Hi, morning everyone. Welcome back to my live broadcast. Today is 22nd October 2020, Thursday, right? And today I'm going to talk about under the backdrop of U.S. general election. So, which clan you belong to, the majority or the minority? And the second part will be about individual stock diagnosis, right? So, same as previously, I hope you can write down your stocks in advance so that when I say it's the time for stock diagnosis, we can start immediately, okay? Write down your stocks in advance in the comment section, or maybe WhatsApp me privately, also can do. Okay, before we begin, I need to remind you that all the stocks mentioned in the video are for the purpose of demonstration and education, not recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading and take full responsibilities for their own tradings. Okay, and also I have some other news to announce. The weekend is coming very soon, right? And this weekend, we actually have a very good seminar, which is open for public. Okay, so this seminar, we have especially invited a special guest from China, and Jerry Hu, who has been a grandmaster in China, and he will also conduct the session under our invitation. So from 2 to 3:45 p.m. this Sunday, okay, this coming Sunday afternoon. Sunday is 25th October, right? 25th October, 2 to 3:45. This is conducted by Jerry Hu, the seminar, who has been invited by us from China. And then the other lecturer is the local homely lecturer, and who will conduct from 4 to 5:30 p.m. after Jerry Hu's talk. So it's a big feast. So if you are interested in this seminar, because it's open for public, even if you are not homely member, as long as you contact me and tell me you'd like to attend this seminar, I will help you register for free. Okay, so WhatsApp me privately after the seminar, okay? After the live broadcast, okay? Okay, so let's begin our talk today. So why I want to talk about this topic? Under the backdrop of U.S. general election, which clan you belong to, the minority or the majority? Because more and more people tell me that they don't want to do anything now. They don't want to buy any stock now. They already cleared their position. They are waiting for the final results, which is supposed to come on 3rd November, right? So who will be the U.S. president for the next 4 years, right? And more people tell me they are going to stay sidelined, and I believe majority of participants in the stock market are thinking in the same way, are thinking like this. Well, currently it's there's a lot of uncertainties, so the results not that predictable. Some people believe Biden would win. Some people believe Trump would win. So no one knows for sure what the final result would be. So it's quite uncertain. People don't like uncertainty. And that's why majority of participants in the stock market choose to stay sidelined, especially when recently the market, the indexes have been quite volatile. Generally speaking, it's downward, right? So the direction, generally speaking, is downward. But last night and yesterday, we see the two small candles sideways there, right? So people don't know what to do because now everything uncertain, no direction, right? And after checking Nasdaq, you check S&P 500, it's the same. The price has no direction. So I mentioned the support and the resistance here, right? Because that's the previous yellow Tai Chi signal. Now the price is within the support and the resistance levels here. The support is the yellow lines of rainbow, resistance, the Tai Chi signal. So what the people are waiting for is when it's already 3rd November, we finally get a result. That would be the best, right? And then the market would have to choose a direction, either hit a new high here, right? So break up the previous high, or either maybe drop below the support level here, so hit a new low, maybe would drop further. So people feel it's quite uncertain now. So that's why majority of people choose to stay sideline. And if you also think this way, then you belong to the majority. Only a minority of participants now are thinking whether or not we have chances. And we know the fact is, about stock investment, the fact is the minority in the stock market, they make the biggest profit, and the majority, they lose money or no profit at all, just like I have showed you in this picture. You see, the minority, just the 1%, he has taken more than 80% of the profit in the stock market. And then the majority, a lot of people, they share the small portion, 10% maybe, roughly 20%, 10%. It's a small portion of profit, but have to be shared by a lot of people. Only the minority, you see, small amount of people, small group of people, they have got the majority, the biggest portion of profit in the stock market. So in the stock market, the minority wins, the majority lose. That's the market situation, the truth about the stock market. So how to become the minority? Okay, like just like now, under the backdrop of U.S. general election, right? It's coming very soon in 2 weeks. Then majority, what majority is thinking, is wait, just wait, do nothing. But minority in the stock market would think whether or not we have chances. Of course, it's not easy to become the minority because the majority believe it's uncertain, and that's true. It is uncertain situation now. It's really dangerous now to trade stocks, to buy stocks now. It's right, but simply because the chances and risks, they always coexist. When it is great risks now, then it means chances are lurking. And if now it seems like the market quite bullish, it seems like great chances, right? Actually, the great dangers are lurking there, accumulating there secretly. So chances and risks coexist. So if you want to become minority in the stock market, you have to think the opposite to what the majority are thinking. So when majority are thinking now it's dangerous, now everything's uncertain, you need to think the other way. Is there any chance that we can catch? Of course, this is not easy. If you want to become the minority, it's not easy. It's not like you can catch the opportunities very easily, because just like what the majority have believed, now uncertain, a lot of stocks also no direction, especially the high-tech companies, ups and downs there. So seems like uncertain. It's not easy to catch the opportunities. So if you want to catch the opportunities to become the minority, one thing is, firstly, you need to think the other way, right? The other thing is, that's not enough. You think the other way, you think there are chances, but if you don't have the capacity to catch the opportunities, then no use. And if you think you think there is opportunity, have no methods, and you try to buy stocks randomly or based on your own gut feelings or some news, then it is really dangerous. You will not become the minority who can make profit. Rather, you will become the one who suffer great losses. Means what? Thinking opposite to the majority, that's the first step to become the majority. The minority. But the second step, the second thing to become the minority is you need to have your own effective methods to do the screening, to pick the really good stocks in the stock market. And then after you got some good stocks, you need to know the timing to enter, to exit. You also need to decide or to analyze whether or not for this share you are going to buy and hold for medium term to long term, or just for short term trading, your strategy making, right? And the third thing, which is also important, is stop loss. Never forget that the stock market is dangerous, and especially now, uncertain, everything's uncertain before the result of the general election of US, then dangerous, right? It's extremely dangerous. So stop loss will be very necessary, because it's possible that you might be wrong. The first time you try to buy a good stock, maybe the stock is good, but you buy, it might not be the right timing. No one can make sure that every time he enters, that's the right timing. Sometimes our timing might be wrong. It happens, but after that, what is important is after that you just leave it there and do nothing, or you can stop loss and take some strategies, or maybe this time you failed, you just give up, you never look at this share again, or you can still keep monitoring because you know it's a good stock, only your timing is wrong. Next time we have a buy point again. Will you try again, or you just give up because the first time you failed? Okay, so means what? Let me show you how to become the minority in the stock market for the current, under the current backdrop of US general election, a lot of uncertainties. Okay, so for example, what kind of stocks to pick, right? The first step, do the screening. What kind of stocks to pick? Okay, so a US market, for example, show you one example. This one stock called Zillow Group, ZG, right? Okay, so for this individual stock, how to analyze? Is it a good one to monitor and to consider trading in future? First thing is multicolored dragon, right? Big boys, tell me how much big boys this individual share has until now. For a long time, it has been above 75%, quite stably, right? So the red bar here represent the big boys, right? So I think you're already very familiar. Red is big boys, yellow, speculators, hot money, and green, retailers, right? And for this share, it's a good pick because the big boys can be around 75% for quite a long time. It's quite stable, right? Ever since here, right? So what we want to do is, after realizing this is a good stock, second step, when to buy. Okay, considering for this share, the price is already far away from the bottom, right? The bottom is here when the price first break up the resistance of the blue and the white lines of Homely Rainbow, and retailers almost disappear, and when it disappears, that's the beginning of the rally, right? And then this is the bottom, and after, let's say this is 5 months, roughly 5 months rally, the share, the price is already very high. The bottom is around 40, and now the price is already 100. It's already twice the profit already is twice, right? So it's too high. And the other thing is, now we don't have a significant correction. We only have some small drops, right? Small drops, and now it's also a small drop. We don't have very significant corrections. The price never dropped below the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow, means it's not a good timing to buy and hold for medium term to long term, because the best entry point for medium term to long term is, firstly, when the price break up the resistance of the rainbow lines. This is the long-term bullish reversal here, right? So that's the best entry point for medium-term to long-term trading. So what if you have missed? You have missed this golden entry point. The next golden entry point for medium-term to long-term would be, say, after a serious correction, when the price can drop below the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow, maybe touch the blue or even the white lines, and then turn upward again. So that would be another golden entry point for medium-term to long-term trading. Or even if the price didn't drop below the yellow lines, but if the price can remain sideways for a long time, maybe it's still above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow, right? But the price remains sideways for a long time, maybe 2 months or 3 months sideways. Still, the price is above the yellow lines. It didn't drop below the yellow lines, but the sideways here, what's wrong? Okay, the sideways here, it lasts for a long time. At least 1 month, right? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, the longer the better. And also, that might be a good timing to enter for medium-term to long-term trading. Okay, so that's for medium-term to long. And how about if I think this one is a very good pick, right? I don't want to trade for medium-term to long-term because now we don't have chance. We don't have best entry point for medium-term to long-term. Then how about short-term? Do we have opportunities for short-term? Right? Short-term is easier. Okay, then we need to check red and white circle, right? So if we check red and white circle, we know that first red circle, that's the buy point. After the buy point, we need to wait for the confirmation, right? The confirmation comes when, after the first red circle, the close price in near future can be higher than the high price of the first red circle candle. The high price here is $92.65. $92.65. And the following day, confirmation. No doubt, confirmation, right? And this is the confirmation, which means you can buy. And hold until circle turn to white. It turned to white, short term, the rally finished, we sell following the first white circle. So after that, if it's a white circle, cannot buy, right? Because for short term, it's in correction. Wait until now, right? So we wait until now. But considering this one is quite bullish, the big boys around 75% all the time. So next time it turn to red circle again, maybe in near future, right? Maybe in near future it will turn to a red circle. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just follow the software indicator. But I will keep monitoring. If this one turn to red circle, that will be another time to consider for short-term trading. Because you check the history, if you really follow the red and white circle to trade for short term, right? So this time, profitable. That's a 14% in 17 days. And this time, can roughly break even, I think 3%, right? No profit or break even this time. And this time, that's a 22%, not bad, right? And this period, that's the sideways area. And in this sideways area, let's check. Following the indicator, can we avoid the sideways? So based on our trading rules, the buy points need to be confirmed, right? So let's say here. On this day, 23rd June, right? That's the first red circle. First red circle, do we have confirmation? No confirmation. The following day, it turned to a white circle. The close price never break up the high price of the first red circle candle here. So means we don't have to buy for this time, right? So no need to buy here. Okay, another red circle, right? Can we buy? No confirmation. No confirmation. No confirmation. No confirmation. No need to buy, right? And then, how about next time? Next time, this is the confirmation. Right? Okay, so if we look back, although this period it's sideways, right? It's not possible to make profits. But by following the indicators, the trading principles, you never have to participate in this period. Because previously, this is first red circle, the following day confirmation buy, we sell, we can break even for this trading, right? We can break even for this trading. Break even 2% of profit, right? And for this sideways, we can perfectly avoid, right? After that, profit secure. Profit secure. Some very small profit, roughly break even, and then profit secure. So next time, still you can secure the profit if you follow the indicator here. Okay, so let me repeat again why I picked this one. Because first, the most important reason, the big boys above 75% quite stably for a long time. It means this share has great potentiality in future. Okay, this is the reason why I keep monitoring this one. Because this is not the first time I mentioned this. In my previous videos, I think I also have mentioned this one. Oh, I cannot remember very clearly, but I have been monitoring this one for a while. I'm very familiar with the share because I have been monitoring all the time. All the during the rally here, all the buy and sell points for short term, I have been monitoring. So if you also keep monitoring this one in future with the indicators here, you can also catch the opportunity for zero. Because you check this share is quite a stable one. right? It's quite stable and has big boys take control. So you want to trade for short term now, or you want to wait for big corrections in future, and after that buy and hold for medium term to long term. It's a very good one to consider, right? Yeah, that's the thing. So this is, you need to think differently than the majority in the stock market. When majority are thinking no chance and they're waiting, do nothing, you keep monitoring this kind of strong stocks, because even if the general market situation is bearish, a lot of uncertainties, for individual stocks, we always have good ones, especially for US market. We always have good stocks to trade, even when the market situation is bad, right? You want to become the minority, you need to be able to find this kind of strong stocks. This kind of stocks also minority in the stock market. So don't forget, the software can do the screening, right? So I have picked this share because I have screened it with the powerful screening platform, Technical Filter, right? And I have screened this share because I set the condition as big boys more than 75%. The first time I got this share is around May. Around May, I do the filter, and because it already the big boys reached 75%, and I got it, and I feel this one has great potentiality, so I keep it in my watch list and keep monitoring until now. Okay, so this is one share. Okay, so how about some others? For US market, actually we have a lot of shares with potentiality. Previously, I talked about Coca-Cola, and also it just issued its third quarter earnings results, right? And if we check this one, Coca-Cola, it's still around the bottom area, right? It's just after the birth of Dark Horse, when the price break up the white lines of Homely Rainbow. Until now, the price is still above the white lines of Homely Rainbow, right? Means it's in the process of long-term bullish reversal. And the only problem is currently it's still within the sideways platform. I have mentioned this 2 days ago or yesterday, I cannot remember very clearly, when I talk about the third quarter earning results for Coca-Cola, right? And then I already said, once the price can break up the sideways platform and the big boys can increase, let's say to be 50%, this one may give us another rally. But I also mentioned, for such kind of consumer defensive stocks like Coca-Cola, it may not rise at a very fast speed like the high-tech giants, Apple or Tesla. This kind of shares can rise maybe for 20% or 30% in a short time. For Coca-Cola, this kind of stock, it might the situation or the possibility is it might go up slowly, but we need to diversify our portfolio, right? If you, of course, you still can let's say trade some tech companies, high-tech companies, popular high-tech companies, and you just need to also trade some other stocks from other sectors, let's say, to diversify your portfolio, right? High-techs, some, and maybe other sectors like this one, Coca-Cola, and maybe some other sectors, right? So that you will be able to diversify your portfolio. That will be the best to maximize your profit and also to make sure you are safer. Okay, and then when it comes to the high tech, we can take a bait at the high techs because the performance for the 5 high-tech giants are quite different now from each other. For Amazon, right? So for Amazon, we see it's in correction, and yesterday the price dropped below the yellow lines a bit even. So if in recent 3 days the price unable to go back above the yellow lines, I think for Amazon it's quite dangerous. Maybe there might be deep further drops. It's possible. But if in 3 days can go back, maybe still we have hope. But generally speaking, it's weak for short term. So we already circle. After the white circle, the price would be in short-term correction, right? So until now it's in correction. So this is for Amazon. Although it also issued its third quarter earnings, and it seems like maybe the investors, participants feel the results not satisfying. So that's why the price drop, right? And this is for Amazon. No chance now, even for short-term trading, right? And for the other one, let's say Apple. Okay, so for Apple, short term also in white circle, right? In white circle, and it's stronger than Amazon because now the price is still above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. But also no chance for Apple. And actually, I mentioned for the high-tech giants, it would be healthier for them to even drop more. This correction is relatively speaking big drop, but it's not big enough maybe. That's why the after the correction here, the rally for short term is not a very forceful one. If for these high-tech companies, we can have bigger corrections, deeper drops in future, that would be the best. After that, it will be very good chances to consider buy these high-tech companies again. Because yesterday I mentioned for high-tech sector, it will always be the center of the fierce competition among countries all over the world. So high-tech companies the future will always be great, but only in between timing is very important. Now it may not be the very good timing because faced with the uncertainties of the U.S. general election final results, the high-tech companies are especially greatly influenced. Okay, and then this is for Apple and Amazon. And then how about Google? Interesting thing for Google. Last night, first recircle. Okay, so after this first recircle, can we buy? That's a problem, right? And the first thing is we need to wait for the confirmation, right? So it's only safer when after today, the close price in future can be higher than the high price of last night. That's the first thing. The second thing is above we have the resistance of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal here, right? So even let's say tonight, the close price higher than the high of the first recircle candle, and the price can rise a bit. If it touched the previous high, not sure whether or not the price can break up the resistance here, right? Because it's also Google also it has risen too much in the history, but compared with Apple and Tesla, it's not that much, right? But still, faced with strong resistance above, very close to the current level, it may not be that safe for short-term trading. Even if we can have a rally here, but the rising space is limited. Of course, if you are aggressive investor, you want to take some risks. Also can follow the indicator to try, right? Wait for the confirmation to try. But it doesn't mean for this try, you can get a lot of profit for Google. Because we have resistance here, very close to the current price level. And it also would be healthier for Google to have some bigger corrections in future. And of course, you see, for Google, the previous correction actually it already reached the white lines of homely rainbow, right? That's why the rally after that can be more forceful than Amazon. Just now we checked the rally after the correction for Amazon. That's not forceful because the correction is not not big enough. Bigger corrections means bigger rallies in future. Smaller corrections means smaller rises in future. Okay, so this is for Google. Then also for Facebook, right? Facebook also interesting. Last night, first red circle. Okay, so first red circle last night, you can wait for the confirmation. And also don't forget about the resistance previous high. If you really want to trade the high-tech companies like Facebook and Google now, you need to be an aggressive investor. You need to be able to react very fast. If the price unable to break up the previous resistance, and even and also possible maybe the price never touch the high price of the previous yellow touch signal and then turn downward again, you need to be able to act very fast to stop loss or to sell quickly. Because now you want to buy Facebook or Google, you are doing speculation. You need to act very fast, following the indicators, the support and the resistance levels here. Okay, so this is for the US market I mentioned. One thing is you can, let's say, monitor some strong stocks with great potentiality, which don't belong to the high-tech sector. The other thing is, if you really want to trade these high-tech companies, now you try to do some speculation, right? You need to follow the indicators, but it's tricky, much more tricky than the first method. The first method would be better and safer and easier, especially for beginners. Means you can find other some individual stocks, strong individual stocks, other than high-tech sector, and then follow the trading systems to buy and sell. If the price is not, if there's no proper entry point for medium term to long, can try some short term trading. But if it happens to have to be the right timing for medium term to long term trading, you can, buy and hold for medium term to long, right? Just now I mentioned Coca-Cola. It's just after the birth of dark horse. It's quite a low position. If in future the price keep going up, you look back, then you will realize that's the best entry point for medium term to long. But I mentioned for Coca-Cola, now the price is still below the sideways area. It didn't break up the sideways area, and also no energy supply. We don't have big boys. So in future, if big boys become more, there are more big boys in future, that would be better for Coca-Cola. Now you can keep monitoring. That one is a good one to keep monitoring. Okay, that's for US. Then how about our Singapore markets? For Singapore market, I have been mentioning Yangzijiang recently. Still can keep monitoring Yangzijiang, right? Maybe now it's not the right timing to buy. No chance now because no big boys, and still the price is below the sideways area, the previous high. The price hasn't yet break up the sideways platform, but we can keep monitoring. This one may have opportunity in future. Let's say BS6, the real-time chart for today. Today now is still white circle, right? But you keep monitoring, you can always catch the opportunity in future. This is one worth attention. And then recently I also talked about the banks, right? So DBS. So I mentioned for DBS, no chance, no immediate buy point now, because the price reached the white lines of homely rainbow, strong resistance. So unable to break up, already turned white circle. And today I think also it's below the white lines of Homely Rainbow. See, it's still below the white lines of Homely Rainbow. Right? So after some correction, maybe here, in future, we can keep monitoring. If the price really break up the white lines of Homely Rainbow and big boys come again, maybe for these banks also we can have opportunities again, maybe greater opportunities. And this is for DBS. Then for UOB, yesterday some people diagnosed the UOB, right? And then you see, I mentioned for UOB now, if you want to trade, that's bottom catch, which is tricky. But it's first recircle yesterday. Today it remains recircle. Only that yesterday the upper shadow is quite high. The high price it reached $20.18, and now the price is still below the high of yesterday candle. So we don't have the confirmation. But for this one in near future, if it really gives us a rebound here, the target would be the white lines of Homely Rainbow. So if you want to trade UOB now, it's also extremely speculative. It's tricky. I'm not saying no chance. Maybe there would be a rebound, right? But it touched the white lines. It's not easy to break up just immediately. Maybe a touch would turn downward, or maybe it didn't touch, then turn downward. Also possible. So because no big boys, not that safe, and it's still long-term downtrend. Okay, so this is for UOB and also for OCBC 039. See, OCBC is similar to UOB, right? DBS is the strongest because DBS already reached the white lines of rainbow, right? And for OCBC, now today is also the second recircle. Problem, also the price is current close price is lower than the high price of yesterday candle. So the buy point yesterday also not yet confirmed. It's not yet confirmed. And even if it is confirmed in near future, the target, the white lines of Homely Rainbow. Yeah, so this is for the banks. They may have opportunity in future. You can keep monitoring. And in future, if really the banks break up the white lines of Homely Rainbow, means maybe the market would give us another medium-term rally. Maybe. It depends. Maybe on the people's reaction to the results of the U.S. general election, right? And keep monitoring. You can, if you keep monitoring, you will be able to respond the fastest. When others are still hesitating, you already taken action. That's the beauty of getting prepared in advance and thinking opposite to the majority. Okay? Okay, so this is for the banks, for Yangzijiang, and the other one is called IO7, Singapore share, right? So this one is different than Yangzijiang and DBS because for Yangzijiang and the banks, they're still at the bottom. We don't have the long-term bullish reversal yet. But for this kind of share, it's already in uptrend. It's already in uptrend, and still now we have some big boys, not so much, around 25%. But still we have big boys. The price is above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow, and now it's a long-term sideways. This is considered as a significant correction because the sideways lasted for a very long time. It's already more than 2 months, right? And recently we already got the first recircle, right? First recircle, we can say 16th October, that's the confirmed buy point of the following day, 19th October, right? Confirm the buy point until now, can keep holding. The key point is you keep monitoring this kind of stock and follow the indicators to buy low and sell high for short-term trading, you can make some immediate profit for short-term trading. I'm not saying you can buy this share now, right? No buy point now. Based on the indicators, you are not supposed to hold. And if it turns to Y circle, let's say tomorrow, you need to sell. Follow the indicators. Okay? It's not 100% accuracy rate, the indicators, but it's quite high. It's 87%, okay? Around 87% of success rates. You follow, then you can always make sure big profit, small losses, never be locked. Your capital will never be locked in the stock market if you follow the trading system here, right? Okay, so that's roughly all about what I want to share with you today. And now it's the time for individual stock analysis. Individual stock diagnosis. What kind of stocks you'd like to diagnose today? What stocks you'd like to check? Aspen, right? Some people want to check Aspen. Let's check Aspen. Aspen. Okay. About this share, one thing is, firstly, big boys now is around 50%, but also retailers, we have a lot, right? We have a lot of retailers, more than 25%. So that's why the rally cannot last for a very long time and cannot be that forceful, because as long as the retailers remain, they don't disappear, we will not have a very forceful rallies. All the forceful rallies happen when the retailers disappear. But this one, for long term, the trend is still up, right? The trend is still up. And the price is above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. Only that for short term, today already turned to Y circle. It's first a Y circle today. So it's definitely not a good timing to buy now. At least you need to monitor, wait for the re-circle in future. If in future there is a re-circle, maybe can consider. But for me, I will not try to buy immediately unless the retailers can really disappear. Because if we check the end of this software, Aspen, I believe above it also have very strong resistance. The previous yellow Tai Chi signal here. This is very strong resistance, you know. I think it's not easy for the price to break up the resistance here. And I believe when in future the price really break up the resistance, and possibly the retailers would disappear. If the retailers disappear, then I would consider to trade it again. But if the retailers remain there, I'm not sure if I have some other stocks better than this one. I would not pick this one. This is not my best choice. This is not the best choice. We always stick to the strongest ones, the best ones. If in that case, you can be quite safe, and also your profit will be the greatest. Okay, that's for Aspen. And Avoga, I think already diagnosed Avoga yesterday. How about some others? Let's check some other friends' stock. ETSY. Not sure whether to continue to hold or not, right? So you already bought, right? May I know your buy price? What price you have bought this one? ETSY, right? Let's go to ETSY. ETSY. Oh, okay. So for ETSY, if you have bought in advance, let's say previously, first recircle, right? First recircle here, and the following day, that's already a confirmation, right? And also the price a break up the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow a bit. At the same time, retailers decrease further to be less than 5% or around 5%. That's very bullish signal. The purple line is going to turn upward. Means this buy point is quite a good buy point here, right? So I'm not sure whether or not you have bought at the same timing as the software indicated here. If let me suppose you have bought here, okay, 22nd September, following the indicator here to buy, right? Then keep holding as long as it's a red circle, right? So here also there is a small detail. When the price after we buy a drop, right? So we need to decide whether or not we should keep holding or we should sell. How to deal with this situation? This is also very important. And actually, I already shared with you a very good method. Half level of the first red circle candle, because this is a very long bullish candle. Half level will be a very strong support. If in future the price never drop below the half level, keep holding. So you see, after the drop, the following day, the price used to drop below the half level during the trading slot. But in the end, you check, interesting, in the end, the market closed around the half level. Interesting? Yeah, so means you still can keep holding. Then, that's the right decision to make. This is very practical method to apply, okay? To decide your stop loss after you buy and the price didn't go up. It dropped first. Because we cannot expect that every time we buy, the price would go up immediately. Sometimes we buy, the price may drop a bit first. So how to decide our stop loss level, that's very important. So this method I shared with you now is very effective, very powerful. Okay? Okay, so we have bought and keep holding until, see, firstly, we have the yellow Tai Chi signal. This is danger alert, right? Danger alert. Following day, the close price is still higher than the low price. Still okay. Wow, you see, the third day, the close price is a bit below the yellow Tai Chi signal low price, right? But you can wait until the circle, maybe the price turn, the circle turn white. Red and white circle turn white. So means 20th October. 20th October, we've already got the sell points. You already got the sell points. You either sell on that day or the following day when the market open. You can sell directly because we already got the sell points, right? One day earlier. Okay, so yesterday is a big drop, right? So if you ask me whether or not you should hold, so I cannot answer directly because I don't know your cost level, your cost price. If I know your cost price, then I will know how to advise you. Okay, but based on the software, this is already short-term sell points. You already left and secured the profit here, right? You already have secured the profits, and then short-term is in correction. It's in correction, and of course the yellow lines below would be support. So if the price touch the support level, turn upward again, maybe in future we have some other chances. But if the price drop below the yellow lines here, means we better keep looking on. It might drop further because the yellow lines very strong support. If it drop below, then means for medium term the price already turned quite weak. Upward momentum turned very weak. So we need to see whether or not the yellow lines here can hold up. If the lines can hold, then maybe in future we can consider to buy again, because this one also is a good one to pick. Big boys above 75% for quite a long time, right? So this is also very strong stock. In future, you can consider again after some correction here, right? After some correction, then in future we see how it goes, how the indicators indicate us, though, so that we can know next step what to do with this ETSY. And maybe if you are curious after the live broadcast, you can talk to me privately about your entry, your cost price, so that I can give you more detailed advice. Okay, let's check the next one. 583. 583 SGX. Wow, you can check yourself. For this one, obviously retailers too much, around 50% recent 2 days and before even more, and the big boys is still below 25%. And that's for checking the multicolor dragon. And then if we check the homely rainbow lines, obviously the white lines and the yellow lines now are acting as very strong resistance. The price unable to break up. If the price unable to break up, then it will turn downward again. For short term, it's in red circle. It's red circle, so in short term, it's uptrend. We already got a rally for short term, but resistance here is very strong. So if the big boys cannot increase, the retailers cannot decrease, I think the probability is low that the price can break up the resistance here. And also, it's not, you see, the price every time touch the white lines, turn downward, touch downward, touch downward, touch downward. It's very strong resistance here. But in future, if price really can break up the resistance here, the white lines, right? And then the retailers already decreased significantly, maybe to be less than 25, big boys reached 50%. Maybe this one can have opportunity in future, but not now. And the other thing is, for Singapore stocks, I have my own principle. I never trade stocks less than 10 cents. If the price is less than 10 cents, I will not touch. And also, okay, so the volume is okay, 3 million, but it's just that the price is too cheap. It's a penny stock. I never trade this kind of share. It's not that reliable. Only a few minority of such kind of penny stocks can really be good ones, can have great potentiality in future. Majority of such kind of stocks, they are garbage. For this one, before the price really break up the white lines of homely rainbow and the retailers can decrease and big boys can increase, then I'm not sure how great potentiality this one has. And we can check the performance for today. 583. 583. Oh, today the price break up it hasn't yet break up the white lines of homely, the last white line of homely rainbow. You see today the price touched the white line, the last white line of homely rainbow, and then drop below again, because this is very strong resistance. It's not easy for the price to break up the resistance here, and even it break up the resistance, we don't have buy point for short term, and maybe in near future, after some small rises, it would turn downward again for short term, because resistance level already reached, cannot break up, it will turn downward. Even if it break up, might be a false break up, right? Might turn downward again. And the good thing is today the retailers already decreased to be around, this is how much? 37%. 37%, right? So if can continue decreasing, big boys can continue increasing, this one maybe have potentiality in future, especially when the price can really stand above the last white line of homely rainbow. Okay, so this is for this penny stock, but it's just a personal preference. All right, for me, I seldom trade this kind of penny stock less than 10 cents. Okay, but it doesn't mean every such kind of penny stock is bad. We can sometimes have some good ones, but this one I'm not sure yet. Maybe it will be a good one in future, but we need to keep monitoring the indicators, what the indicators tell us to decide. Now it's not yet certain whether or not the price can break up the white lines and the retailers can decrease. Okay, this is for 583. Another one, AMD. Okay, so it's already 1 o'clock. Maybe AMD is the last one to diagnose. AMD. It's already too long, the video today. Okay. Okay, so AMD now, several days ago, already a white circle, right? It's already white circle. We already short term got a sell points several days ago, and you see now the price is already below the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. So of course we already left for short term trading, and for medium term also we need to be careful. If you have bought, let's say previously when the price around here, right? If you have bought previously around here, and then now you also need to consider whether or not to sell for medium term trading, because today is the first day the price below the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. If in recent another 2 days the close price still remain below the yellow lines, that's a confirmed sell point for medium term trading. That's for medium term trading based on the yellow rainbow lines. Okay, can check 3 days. This is the first day today. Check another 2 days. If still the close price below the yellow lines, for medium term trading, already need to go. And the precondition is you have followed the indicators to buy here, right? If you have bought, let's say here or here at the top, I think you are wrong. Your buy point is wrong. Then your sell point cannot be right. And even if you follow the indicators to sell here, you still will lose money because your buy point is wrong. You didn't follow the system to buy. Of course, you follow the system to sell. You still cannot make profits. Your buy point should be right. You should follow the trading system here to buy. Then you follow the trading system to sell. You can always secure your profits. Okay? So that's the spirit of using the Homely software. Okay, I think today I already the video is already too long, so it's about the time to call it an end today. And before we finish, still don't forget like my public page on Facebook. Follow my Facebook page, and also if you like the video today, give me thumb ups, and also share with your friends, right? And also don't forget about the weekend session, the seminar for open for public. This is a great event. We have invited master from China, Jerry Hu, and this will be a very great feast for you. And if you want to attend the seminar and you are not Homely member yet, can register with me privately, can WhatsApp me so that I can help you register for free. Okay, that's all for today. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.